Welcome back to the Places People Purpose podcast. Yesterday, we explored the fascinating history of the formation of Panama. Today, we will continue our discovery of the history of Panama by learning about its indigenous people. There are several indigenous groups that live in Panama, each with its own distinct language, customs, and traditions. Some of the more prominent indigenous groups in Panama include the Bribri, Naso, Ngäbe, Bugle, Guna, Embera, and Wounaan. The earliest evidence of indigenous people in Panama dates back thousands of years and is primarily derived from archaeological findings. These findings provide insights into the presence of pre-Columbian indigenous cultures in the region. The term pre-Columbian refers to any group of people that lived in North and South America before the landing of Christopher Columbus in 1492. So even though the indigenous people in Panama were present there for thousands of years before the arrival of the Europeans, much of their history and archaeological evidence was not extensively documented or studied until more recent times. The recent and ongoing research of these archaeological sites has revealed ancient settlements, burial sites, pottery, jewelry, and other artifacts that shed light on the culture and practices of these people. One example of these archaeological sites is the Cueva de los Muertos, or Cave of the Dead, which is an archaeological site in the Darien province of eastern Panama. Excavations in this area have revealed evidence of human presence dating as far back as 7000 BCE, making it one of the oldest sites with evidence of the indigenous people in Panama. The term BCE stands for before the Christian era and is used to refer to the years that came before the birth of Jesus Christ. Another site, referred to as the Conte site, is located near the town of Parida in central Panama and contains artifacts dating from around 450 to 900 CE. Please note that CE refers to Common Era, which is equivalent to the term AD. During the early 20th century, the Conte family, who owned the property, observed the shifting course of the Rio Grande de Cocale due to heavy rain. As a new channel was cut into the plain due to successive floods, ancient burials became exposed on the river's edge. In 1940, the University of Pennsylvania's Museum of Archaeology and Anthropology excavated the now world-renowned Conte site and discovered evidence of a large cemetery. The discovery of the Conte site has provided evidence of the importance of gold and other precious materials in the dress and funeral practices of the indigenous, as well as the breadth and artistry of the culture's metalworking practices. The Drago archaeological site is on the northwestern coast of Panama in the Bocas del Toro province. It dates back to the period between 200 BCE and 600 CE and provides evidence of early indigenous settlements engaged in agriculture, pottery production, and trade. The Playa Venado site is an archaeological site located on the Pacific coast of Panama near the Panama Canal. The site reveals evidence of a complex society engaged in fishing, agriculture, and long-distance trade.
Finally, the Barriles site is located in the highlands of central Panama near Volcan. It is believed that around 300 to 900 AD, the people of Barriles numbered more than 1,000 individuals and was home to a population that was far higher than any other site in the region. It is thought that the site was possibly a ceremonial center whose activities drew people from surrounding areas. The Barriles site contains distinctive pottery and stone artifacts and is one of the few archaeological sites in Panama that can be visited.
As you might imagine, each indigenous group in Panama has its own distinct language, customs, and traditions, which contribute to the diverse cultural fabric of the country. Let's take a closer look at each of these fascinating groups of people. The Guna people, also known as Guna, live primarily in the Guna region of Panama, which includes some of the San Blas Islands and the northeastern coast of Panama. It is believed there are about 62,000 people in the Guna community. They have their own language, also known as Guna or Kuna, which is still widely spoken among the Guna communities and has several dialects. The Guna people also have a rich cultural heritage, known for their vibrant traditional clothing and intricate textile art called molas. Molas are intricately woven cloth panels that have colorful designs depicting sacred animals or a story based on their three principal belief system that accounts for God, nature, and the universe. To Guna people, humans and nature are part of the same entity, and thus the rules of nature apply equally to human life from birth to death. Molas are stunning works of art that are held in high esteem around the world. Because of their fascinating history and cultural significance, tomorrow's podcast will highlight these unique art forms. Some historians believe that the Guna people may have migrated to San Blas after the 16th century due to clashes with the Spanish and other indigenous groups. As a proudly independent group, the Guna people maintain semi-autonomous status within Panama and have been welcoming tourist visitors for decades. In addition, the Guna have a long history of mercantilism and international trade, with an economy that's based on fishing, agriculture, and clothing manufacturing. The Embera people inhabit the eastern rainforests of Panama, primarily in the Darien province and the Chagres National Park region. They have a close connection to nature and maintain traditional practices such as basket weaving, wood carving, and body painting. The Embera are particularly known for their exceptional basketry skills. They create intricate baskets using natural fibers such as palm leaves and chunga plant fibers. The baskets often feature geometric patterns and can be used for storage, decoration, or as musical instruments like the chunga drum. The Embera people primarily speak the Embera language, which has several dialects and is orally transmitted within their communities. They have a close connection to nature and maintain traditional practices such as farming, fishing, and hunting. The Wounaan people also live in the Darien province, as well as the adjacent areas of the Pacific coast.
El Wounaan, el Embera, somos casi igual, pero donde cambia es el dialecto exacto.
Yeah.
They are renowned for their intricate wood carvings, including cocobola masks and tagua nut carvings, as well as their basketry. The cocobolo is a hardwood tree in Central America that has a hard reddish-colored wood. The tagua nut, which is also known as vegetable ivory, is a seed that comes from the ivory nut palm tree. It can be eaten when young, but if left to dry over a year or more, the nut becomes extremely hard and can be used for carvings. The Wounaan people carve intricate figurines, animal sculptures, and masks from this material. The Ngäbe Bugle are the largest indigenous group in Panama, residing mainly in the western regions, including the Ngäbe Bugle Comarca, which is an indigenous territory that spans several provinces, including Chiriquí, Bocas del Toro, and Veraguas. They have a strong agricultural background and are known for their colorful, traditional dresses and handicrafts. The Ngäbe Bugle people have a long tradition of pottery making. They produce utilitarian and decorative pottery, which is often adorned with intricate designs inspired by nature and local mythology. The Ngäbe Bugle people primarily speak the Ngäbe language. It is the most widely spoken indigenous language in Panama and has several dialects. The Naso people, also known as Taribe, also reside in the Bocas del Toro province, primarily in the region surrounding the Taribe River. They have a unique cultural identity and are recognized for their traditional ceremonies, art, and distinctive conical thatched roof houses. The Naso people have a rich tradition of wood carving, They create intricately carved wooden masks, ceremonial objects, canoe, and other items using traditional tools and techniques. These carvings often feature stylized human and animal form. The Naso people primarily speak the Naso Tribe language, which is not related to any other known language. The Naso have a unique cultural identity and maintain traditional customs and practices, including a matrilineal social structure, where descent and inheritance are traced through the female line. Although the Bribri people are primarily associated with Costa Rica, they also have a presence in the neighboring areas of Panama's Bocas del Toro province. They have a rich agricultural heritage, and their culture emphasizes environmental stewardship and a close relationship with the land. The Bribri people primarily speak the Bribri language, which is spoken by the Bribri communities in both Panama and Costa Rica. The Bribri people are known for their traditional textile art. They create vibrant textiles using natural dyes and backstrap looms, incorporating geometric patterns and symbols inspired by nature and the universe. It's important to note that all of these indigenous groups may have communities or settlements in areas beyond their primary regions, and the boundaries or exact locations can vary. So, hopefully, our podcast today has helped you better understand the amazing indigenous people of Panama and their unique histories and culture. We would invite you to also take a look at our website, placespeoplepurpose.com, where we have pictures and videos of many of these groups taken during visits by my sister, mom, and me. We have been so fortunate to be able to meet with indigenous people of Panama and learn about their history, art, dance, and cultural practices. We have many pictures of their carvings, basketry, and jewelry, and also videos which show the Wounaan process for basketry, including the plant materials, natural dyes, and end products. The photographs can be found on our website under Panama on our Destinations tab, and the videos are available under the Videos tab. Hopefully you will have a chance to look at these and gain a better understanding of these unique people and their cultures. Tomorrow we will talk about some of the challenges these various communities face today and also delve into the unique art form of molas. We think you will be fascinated by the colorful artistic expressions of molas that provide many insights into the culture and beliefs of the Guna people. So join us tomorrow for our next podcast of Places People Purpose, where we create connections to our world.